find out in the last 6 years since you live in Switzerland about Switzerland that you have the feeling that not enough people know about? So, of course, we talk about cliches like chocolate and watches and so on, but is there something that you find out by living there that you say, I think this is something that not so many people know about Switzerland?
Yeah, I would say many people assume, and you've probably also heard this about people in Germany. Many people assume, or I've heard the term that the locals are cold people. No, cold people, like implying they are individuals that want to remain far away from the other ones. And I have to say that's absolutely not the case. They are extremely welcoming, extremely warm. Of course, like anybody, they have their own culture. But I've had no bad experience on that front, and I would say they are as welcoming as anybody I've known in Mexico or in any other country.
I always try to explain this as well, that there is no perfect forest. I'm saying the same expression again. You always have a forest where you have 2, 7, 50, I don't know how many dry trees, but the people are still people everywhere, and you find good ones, you have bad ones. These cliches that they are cold, that nobody's getting attached to. Everyone has their own way of living, but I think the general, I'm fully with you. I think this is a wrong impression that you have, or a misconception that you have about some countries. Um, you've spent some holidays in Switzerland, some Christmas holidays. I mean now, and
Yeah.
I think a huge particularity of this area of Europe are the Christmas markets. Was that something new, a new experience for you, or you had it before in Mexico as well?
No, those markets are again from only, at least in my case, seen in movies. They are beautiful. They are so full of light, so full of food, so full of music and life and happiness. And then of course you have the weather contributing positively because it snows, and indeed the Christmas markets are something to experience. And if people are thinking about visiting Switzerland, clearly December is a month that they should test.
Absolutely, and I cannot recommend enough the Christmas market in Zurich. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
It's
amazing.
absolutely amazing. Yeah. Um, you said you were mentioning at the beginning that you started by having a job in the banks in the finance area. Then you said, okay, you went a bit more through this expat, let's say, experiences. Um, what's one thing that you learn about yourself during this expat experience that you have had?
Well, one thing that I learned about myself, Paul, is that I can't do everything alone, that I need help, that I need support, and that I need to be, vocal about needing that help because many times I try to do things alone, many times, and it might be for many reasons, but one of them is not to bother other people. And in reality, this experience here living in Switzerland and being an expat has taught me that I need to be open and willing to ask for help because I can't do everything alone. And even more important, Paul, there are so many people willing and happy to help, actually waiting for that opportunity to help, that asking for help is not a burden on someone. It is really the opportunity for someone to contribute, as we said at the beginning, to have a positive contribution in someone else's life. So that's a great lesson.
Do you think that some of this, let's say, motivation not to ask for help is coming also from the fact that you have the feeling that your ego is being affected due to the fact that you are not able to handle everything on your own?
It can be, definitely it can be, because And in my case, I grew up thinking that I need to do things alone, that I need to be the best, that I need to be the smartest, the strongest, the bravest, and not asking for help is a wrong way to looking at this kind of things, because not asking for help only makes you weaker, only makes you weaker, only makes you less intelligent. But again, the ego sometimes doesn't allow us to look at it that way, and that is something that with some life experiences I've come to learn.
I've realized more, and I have to say one of the things that that widely opened my eyes about this was a really a great book that I read was the book from Ryan Holiday, Ego is the Enemy. And I think that was the moment in which I realized, oh, it's nobody else that wants to do anything bad to me. It's just me that I'm afraid to ask for help because I feel that I'm weaker if I ask for help. In which in fact the quite opposite is correct. So in most of the cases, if you'd have to say, Esteban, you have to give one advice to someone that wants to move abroad. What would be that one thing that you think they should know?
The thing that I would tell them, Paul, is do it. Don't listen to the fear that's coming and coming over and over in your head in different ways, negative self-talk, imposter syndrome, anxiety. Don't listen to it. Do it. Follow your dream. Make that life somewhere else a reality for you. You will work things out. You will learn. You will ask for help. You will make mistakes, but nothing bad will happen. So if you're thinking about being an expat, or you are just starting to live that expat experience, be sure it can be the best experience in your life. Set aside that fear and simply enjoy the ride.
Do you think that the fact that you became an expat made you also willing to develop yourself into this consulting on this consulting part?
Definitely yes, Paul, because I realized how recurrent it was among the people that I talked to, some of the feelings and emotions that I was going through, and how difficult at some point it was to find that help. So once I realized that there were many people in the same situation I was, that's when I thought, well, why not helping them in a professional way? And being a coach and a certified life coach is a way for me to provide that support and to help them achieve the goals they have in mind.
And your experience is recommending you for that. I have to be honest. I mean, the switch that you made, the comfort zone that you left. I mean, even I left my comfort zone, but it's not that far away. But you had to leave it really far away so that you can do these steps. And I think your attitude is recommending you for that. And I have to say, when I started this process, I think the first 6 months. 8 months, I thought about going back a lot of times. And I think I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure that it's happening for everyone, because I think, why am I doing this? There is no reason. And I would have been happy to find someone like you to give me the support, to give me to only to tell me, man, just chill, just do it one by one. It's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. But this impulse you need from someone who already understands what you're going through, because I think that's the hardest part, because you hear it from your friends, you hear it from but you don't know if they really meant it or they just say it because they have to say it. So